Here to launch a new Pew Study Center shows that millennials, those between 18 and 34, less likely to be living on their own now than they were during the Great Recession. Fox Business contributor and Tangent Capital managing partner Bob Rice with me now. So, Bob, it's almost Friday. We're going to give you a fun challenge. Explain failure to launch.
Oh, I can definitely do that. So this refers to these millennials, you just say 18 to 34-year-olds. We do everything right as parents, right? We send them to college. We expect them to go get the job and leave the nest. But that last part never quite actually happens. It's closely related to the term boomerang kids. Well, you think you launch them, and then a few months later, woof, 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 you hear them coming back, and boom, they're in your front door again. Now, economists are really puzzled, they say, by the growth of both of these sectors of kids. But I'm not so surprised, really, because all you have to do is look at the amount of student loan debt outstanding. A lot of these kids effectively have mortgages before they have homes. And so it's not surprising you're seeing this turn up directly in the housing data. Home ownership is falling like a stone. We can't get the new home construction up to where we used to have it. So it's not just the parents' problems, it's everyone's problem.
All right, everyone's problem with 16 seconds to burn here. So what does this mean? It's everyone's problem. Other than the parents losing their privacy, what else are they losing?
Well, for the parents, this is really taking a huge dent out of retirement savings.
And why is that?
Because they're supporting their kids, not just that the kids are living in the basement. They're buying the groceries. They're doing all the things that typically kids would have done often on their own, and they're helping them pay down that student debt. And that is applicable not just to the kids who are living at home. It's very, very common now. Some statistics say at least half of parents of millennials are actually supporting their kids, even once they are in the workforce, to pay down the student debt.
I actually did an informal poll with Mark Cuban Cyberdust and just said, hey, how many of you or your buddies between 18 and 34 lived at home? I got at least 100 responses, and most of them said a year and a half, 2 years, not by choice, but couldn't get a job, or I just didn't have a job that paid enough.
Yeah, exactly. And that last part is really a big problem now, because the reality is we're miseducating a lot of our kids. So we're still putting them in very, very expensive schools, and they're getting really interesting degrees, but ones that they literally cannot put to work. And they're getting jobs that are paying $40,000 or $50,000 a year. They might have $150,000, $200,000 of debt. What are they going to do? And so
family togetherness. Here we go.
The couch looks really, really good.
Bob Rice, thank you as always. Bob Rice joining me there, Fox Business contributor.